Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta addressed the media in what turned out to be one of the most anticipated press conferences of the season, with the Spaniard fielding questions on the upcoming clash against Liverpool, the status of Bukayo Saka's injury, Martin Ødegaard's recovery, and transfer speculation surrounding Piero Hincapié. The build-up to this encounter at Anfield has been electric, with both Arsenal and Liverpool at the sharp end of the Premier League table, making the match not just a test of quality but also of nerve, depth, and resilience. Arteta's words carried the usual composure and calmness, but behind the measured tone was the acknowledgement that this game, and the surrounding narratives, could shape the direction of Arsenal's season in profound ways. The first subject that inevitably dominated the discussion was Bukayo Saka. The winger has become such an indispensable figure for Arsenal that any hint of absence sends ripples of concern through the fan base. Arteta admitted that the medical staff have been working tirelessly to assess Saka's condition following a knock sustained in training, and although optimism lingers, nothing is guaranteed. The manager spoke with caution, refusing to give away too much while acknowledging how important the player is to the team. What struck observers was Arteta's balance between protecting his star and maintaining competitive secrecy ahead of such a critical fixture. Liverpool, under Jurgen Klopp, thrive when opponents arrive with vulnerabilities, and Arteta knows too well that revealing too much could hand the Reds an advantage. On the subject of Martin Ødegaard, Arteta's mood seemed brighter. The Norwegian playmaker has been nursing a lingering issue that kept him out of a string of fixtures earlier in the campaign, but recent signs suggest he is edging back to full sharpness. The Arsenal captain's intelligence on the ball, vision in tight spaces, and leadership in high-pressure situations are assets the Gunners have missed at times. Arteta praised Ødegaard's commitment to rehabilitation and highlighted his importance not only as a tactical orchestrator but as an emotional leader who calms and lifts teammates in equal measure. There was a hint of relief in Arteta's words, as though he knew that having his captain back in a clash of this magnitude could tilt the balance. The questions inevitably turned to the looming match at Anfield. Arsenal's record away at Liverpool has been poor in recent years, with memories of crushing defeats still fresh in the minds of many supporters. Arteta, however, refused to dwell on the past, insisting that this Arsenal side is evolving, tougher, and more mature than the one that wilted under the lights in previous campaigns. He spoke about the growth in mentality, the lessons learned from painful nights, and the hunger that now drives this young squad. It was a subtle message to both his players and the fans. The Emirates side no longer traveled to Merseyside as hopeful underdogs but as genuine contenders ready to impose themselves. Tactically, the intrigue of the game lies in how Arsenal will manage Liverpool's ferocious pressing and attacking speed. Arteta was pressed on his approach, though naturally he gave little away. Still, one could read between the lines when he spoke about courage on the ball and the need to match intensity with intensity. Arsenal, under his guidance, have developed a structure that can suffocate opponents with controlled possession but also break with devastating precision. The question remains whether such composure can withstand the Anfield cauldron, where many teams have been swallowed whole by the atmosphere and Liverpool's relentlessness. The transfer market was not far from the discussion, particularly with reports linking Arsenal to Piero Hincapié, the Bayer Leverkusen defender who has impressed with his versatility and poise. Arteta, as always, played down speculation, offering nothing definitive, yet his refusal to dismiss the rumours entirely added fuel to the fire. Arsenal's defensive depth has been tested this season, and while William Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes form one of the most formidable partnerships in the league, the need for reinforcements has been clear. Hincapie, young yet experienced at the top level, fits the profile Arsenal have been targeting, a player capable of growing within the squad while providing immediate quality. Arteta's careful words suggested a deal might be more than paper talk, and the timing of such speculation just before a marquee fixture added to the drama. Throughout the press conference, what stood out was Arteta's calm demeanor. He has become adept at projecting serenity in moments when external noise is deafening. He repeatedly stressed the need for focus, unity, and belief, phrases that have become hallmarks of his managerial lexicon. Yet beneath those repeated mantras lies a genuine conviction. Arteta has overseen Arsenal's transformation from a fragile, inconsistent side into one that now stares down the biggest challenges without blinking. His press conferences often serve not just as media duties but as psychological armor for his squad, subtly reinforcing the values he wants them to embody. The Saka situation, however, looms large. Arteta knows that Arsenal without Saka are a different proposition. The winger's ability to destabilize defenses, carry the ball under pressure, and deliver in decisive moments is unmatched in the squad. Yet Arteta also emphasized the importance of the collective, reminding everyone that Arsenal's progress has come not from individual brilliance alone but from the cohesion of the group. His words seemed designed to reassure both fans and players: if Saka cannot start, others will step up, and the system will not falter. For Ødegaard, the narrative is one of resurgence. Having his captain back is more than just a tactical boost, it restores Arsenal's identity on the pitch. The Norwegian embodies the control and clarity Arteta craves, and his presence against Liverpool could determine whether Arsenal manage to dominate or merely survive. Arteta's excitement about Ødegaard's return was palpable, even if cloaked in the usual managerial restraint. The prospect of Hincapie joining Arsenal adds another layer to the storyline. Transfers always generate excitement, but this potential move seems strategic, a sign that Arsenal are not merely reacting to injuries but actively strengthening to sustain a title challenge. Arteta's unwillingness to pour cold water on the rumours, coupled with his acknowledgement of the club's ambition to improve in every window, suggests Arsenal's recruitment team are indeed hard at work behind the scenes. As the press conference drew on, Arteta faced questions designed to rattle him: Liverpool's unbeaten home record, Arsenal's struggles in the fixture, and Klopp's history of outmaneuvering younger managers. Yet Arteta held firm, reiterating his trust in the squad and their growth. He acknowledged the difficulty of playing at Anfield but flipped the narrative by insisting Arsenal relish such tests, viewing them as opportunities rather than obstacles. It was the language of a manager instilling belief, of someone acutely aware that psychology often decides matches of this magnitude. Away from the specifics of the upcoming clash, Arteta also touched on the broader journey Arsenal are on. He spoke of progress made, of a young squad learning to carry the weight of expectation, and of the responsibility they now bear as one of the league's top contenders. His words carried a dual purpose: to remind fans of how far they've come under his guidance and to challenge his players to keep pushing for more. The tone was neither complacent nor desperate but balanced, as though Arteta knows the importance of maintaining perspective amidst the frenzy of top-level football. What lingered after the press conference was not just anticipation for the Liverpool match but a sense of Arsenal's growing stature. Arteta has built a culture where even injuries to key players do not send the club into panic, where transfer speculation does not destabilize focus, and where daunting away fixtures are embraced rather than feared. Whether this translates into 3 points at Anfield remains to be seen, but the foundations laid by Arteta's words were clear: Arsenal are no longer pretenders, they are serious contenders. The Saka saga will likely dominate headlines until kick-off, with fans anxiously scanning for updates and potential clues in training ground footage. Ødegaard's potential return will lift spirits, offering hope that Arsenal's creativity and control will not be lacking. Hincapie's name will continue to swirl in transfer circles, perhaps becoming the next piece of business that underlines Arsenal's intent, and looming over it all is the clash with Liverpool, a fixture that will test not just tactics and talent but belief and resolve.